Okay, so I'm sat here doing a bit of work for this channel, because things are going to change dramatically. I'm having one of those like pinch me moments, because I'm just sat here and I'm just like, I met Penn Teller on Sunday. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm not even like really, I didn't take it in, and like, I'm just sat here thinking about Penn Teller. I don't even know why, because I'm actually doing some work. And then I was just like, oh my god, I actually met Penn Teller on Sunday. It just took, what, Sunday night till like Tuesday 5 PM to like hit me. And I know like I talked about it yesterday, but it's just like, and Sunday when I got back in, but I'm just like, I met Penn Teller. Like, it's just actually hit me now that I actually met Penn Teller, and it doesn't seem real. Like, I don't know. Like, when it happened, it just happened, and like I said, I did it, and I shocked my dad, and I really shocked myself that I went and did it on my own, and I talked to them and everything that went along with it. But it's just like hit me now, like I actually got up there on my own and met Penn Teller, who I've been watching on telly for as long as I can remember. So I'm just having one of those like moments now, like, because it's just like, honestly, it's literally just hit me that I've met Penn Teller. I don't know why it didn't hit me at the time, and I'm glad it didn't. It might have made me nervous and like too scared to do it, but I've just realised I've met Penn Teller. How weird is that it's just took this long, and I've been talking about it. It's like I know it's happened, but it's just literally hit me this second that I met Penn Teller 2 nights ago. Like, it doesn't really get better than that, does it? And what I was thinking about as well was, they had no security. Obviously, there was like the staff from the venue, but they were up on stage. They were just like leading people up on stage and standing there. They weren't doing anything. But Penn Teller didn't actually have security and countless people around pushing people along and moving them along quickly. It was just, they had the staff who was like cleaning up the stage and putting everything away and things like that. It was never like when you see at meet and greets, they always have security guards or managers or things like that who are very pushy, and they're like, you've got 5 seconds or 10 seconds and you've got to move on. It was nothing like that. And I think probably because obviously we respect them, and we're not going to go up there and like go, oh my god, it's Penn Teller, and go crazy or anything like that. But it was just so humbling to see such famous people who are so down to earth, who give up hours of their time after the show to meet anyone who wants to meet them and take pictures and sign things. And it was just so nice. I'm kicking myself a little bit because I didn't actually speak to Penn. I remember saying hi to him and asking for a picture and things like that, but I never actually said, oh, I enjoyed your show or anything like that. It was a bit surreal, but as I said, I spoke to Teller, and I've absolutely shocked myself. And I think if I can get up there and do that and meet people that I watch on TV and I just think are absolutely amazing and top of the game, if I can get up and have the confidence to do that, and I don't even know how I had the confidence, I'll be honest, I don't know how the hell I actually did that. Like, I've honestly thought about it a few times, and I don't have a clue how I got myself into that position to actually do it. And obviously in my head I thought I was going up with my dad, and I did it myself, and I don't know how I did it. Like, even now I'm shocked and I'm proud of myself, and I don't know if it's the right thing to be proud of yourself when you've achieved something that probably most people would find easy, but for me it was just, and it's not just because Penn Teller, I'd probably find it hard to meet any kind of celebrity who I've watched for years, but I'm not the type of person who would want to meet celebrities. It's not really my thing, and I've never waited back like the stage door or outside hotels or anything like that. If I go to a concert, I go to the concert. I don't try and meet them. I think if you pay for a ticket and you go, you know, the time that they kind of give to you is the time you've paid for, and that's the concert. I don't think after that you have the right to track them down and stalk them or go up to them in a restaurant when they're having a meal. That's their private time, and I know some of them don't mind, but some of them probably say they don't mind but probably do mind, because how many times do you have to stop your meal to talk to someone or sign an autograph or have a picture taken? And I can understand why they get annoyed and things like that. Obviously they're in the public eye and people want to meet them, but if I was in a restaurant and I saw someone who was famous, it would have to be an absolute idol of mine for me to even contemplate going and meeting them. It'd have to be like Whoopi Goldberg, like that one I would, but I'd probably be a little bit scared to meet her. I don't know, probably because she's such a big character, and I think that was the whole thing of Penn and Teller. Penn is such a big character. I think that's why I found it difficult to think of what to say. But obviously when I met him, I was like, oh yeah, I've met him, and it gave me confidence to actually have like talk to Teller and say things other than hi and things like that. So yeah, like I probably, if I saw Whoopi Goldberg in a restaurant, I would, and probably Will Smith. Other than that, I don't know. Probably Richie Sambora, because he's like my god. I don't know about John Bon Jovi, like if he seems a bit more unapproachable. I would like to meet him, but again, I'd less likely to go up to him. I'd probably like go up to people like Neil Diamond and Billy Joel, or Billy Joel, whatever you want to call him. Pink, Brian May. But like if I saw anyone like off the telly, like off Corrie or EastEnders or anything like that, I just wouldn't bother. I don't even watch Corrie, so I probably wouldn't recognise any of them, but I do watch EastEnders. I probably would want to go up to Jennifer Saunders because she is like my absolute idol. I just think she's an amazing writer, and I would definitely want to go up to her, but I just feel like she wouldn't be as approachable, and if she ever watches this, she'll probably go, oh, whatever. But I just feel like I don't know. Sometimes you like see things about celebrities or see how they are in general, and some of them don't appear like they would be approachable. And I'm not saying that about Jennifer Saunders, I'm just talking in general. So when Penn and Teller come along and it's like, we'll stay as long as you want, until how many everyone's been met, it just blows your mind. It's like they've been in showbiz for 40 years, they're famous, they're on telly. I know there's different levels of being famous and notoriety and things like that, but they're very famous, and I couldn't imagine, like, I don't know, like if you went to a French and Saunders show, I couldn't imagine them just meeting you afterwards. I mean, I went to see them. There was never anything like, oh, you can meet us. I'd probably feel a bit too intimidated to meet them, to be honest. Like, they're such big characters, and obviously I'm a massive Jennifer Saunders fan, and I do like Dawn French, like I like her a lot, but obviously Jennifer Saunders is like my idol in a way. Like, her writing and acting and I've just grown up on it. But I would feel a little bit scared to meet her, and I was never scared about meeting Penn and Teller. Yes, I was a bit like, it's Penn and Teller, and a bit more so about Penn because he's such this big force, this big character, and I like people like that. I like people who are these big characters and they're very confident and outgoing, and they've got the gift of the gab and all that. I'm drawn to people like that in general. So I was a bit more apprehensive about him, but I weren't stood there scared going, oh my god, I'm scared of Penn. I was just like, it's Penn, like Penn and Teller. But I was just like, I was kind of in another world. Like, I was probably tired and hungry, and because I'd only had 2 meals that day, and also because the day before it drained me. I think I was just carried along with what was going on. And if it was like I'd saw Penn and Teller on the Saturday and like the Elton John concert hadn't gone on, I probably wouldn't have been as mentally drained, and I wouldn't have just walked up the way I did. I know that probably won't make sense, but that's how it was. But yes, I was just sat here and I was just like, I met Penn and Teller, and it was just like, it was just crazy to actually remember and like think about that. I've actually met them and got the courage and the nerve to go up and meet them and take pictures and talk to Teller. It was just like, and hearing Teller's voice is like, for years I just had this image of my head at what his voice would be, and when I heard it, when I was watching a YouTube interview, it was just like, whoa, that's nothing like I ever expected. And yeah, but I've done it, and I just sat here shocked at myself because I can't quite get my head around the fact that I actually met them and I actually did it, and I did it by myself, and I can't believe I did it. And it just makes me think, if I can do that, then I can do anything.